Pencils are one of the most familiar tools in human history. Simple, lightweight, and inexpensive. Yet behind every perfectly sharpened tip lies a surprisingly complex industrial process involving forestry management, precision milling, graphite chemistry, high-temperature firing, automated assembly lines, finishing systems, and quality control refined over centuries. What appears to be nothing more than wood and graphite is actually the product of one of the most optimized manufacturing systems ever developed, capable of producing millions of identical writing instruments every single day. And today on the How Factory, we're stepping inside modern pencil factories to see exactly how pencils are made. From raw wood and powdered minerals to smooth, balanced pencils ready to write straight out of the box. The journey begins not in a factory, but in managed forests. Pencil manufacturers rely heavily on specific types of wood, most commonly incense cedar, basswood, or gelutong. These woods are chosen for their straight grain, softness, low splintering tendency, and ability to be sharpened cleanly without cracking. Trees are harvested sustainably, debarked, and cut into logs before being transported to lumber mills. At the mill, logs are sawn into thin, rectangular boards called slats. These slats are the future bodies of pencils. Each slat is carefully cut to precise dimensions, usually long enough to make several pencils at once. Moisture content is critical, so the slats are kiln-dried to remove excess water and stabilize the wood. If the wood is too wet, it will warp, too dry, and it will crack during machining. Once dried, the slats move into planing and milling lines where their surfaces are smoothed and thickness is standardized. Automated scanners inspect the wood for knots, cracks, or defects. Imperfect slats are rejected or repurposed. The remaining slats are then grooved, one of the most important woodworking steps in pencil production. CNC milling machines carve a series of long, evenly spaced grooves down the length of each slat. These grooves will hold the pencil lead, which is not actually lead at all, but graphite. The grooves must be perfectly aligned and uniform. Even slight variations can affect how the pencil writes or how easily it sharpens. While wood preparation is underway, the factory is also producing the pencil core, the writing center often called lead. Pencil cores are made from a carefully controlled mixture of graphite powder and clay. Graphite provides darkness and smoothness while clay controls hardness. By adjusting the ratio of graphite to clay, manufacturers create different grades, from soft, dark pencils to hard, light ones. The raw graphite and clay are first ground into fine powders and blended in large mixers until perfectly uniform. Water is then added to form a thick paste. This paste is fed into extrusion machines that push it through small dies, forming long, thin rods, the pencil leads. These fragile rods are cut to length and laid carefully onto trays. At this stage, they are still soft and weak. To gain strength, they must be fired. The leads enter high-temperature kilns where they are baked at temperatures exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius. This firing process hardens the clay, bonds the graphite structure, and gives the lead its final strength and writing properties. After firing, the leads are cooled slowly to prevent cracking, then dipped in wax or oil baths. This final treatment improves smoothness and reduces friction during writing. Now, the wood and lead come together. In the assembly area, a slat with grooves is placed onto a conveyor. Automated machines place a fired graphite rod into each groove. A second slat, without grooves, is coated with industrial adhesive and pressed on top, sandwiching the leads between the two pieces of wood. The result is a pencil sandwich, often containing 6 to 10 pencils bonded together in a single block. Hydraulic presses apply uniform pressure to ensure strong adhesion. The glued blocks are then cured, allowing the adhesive to fully set. Once cured, the blocks move to shaping machines. High-speed cutters slice the block into individual pencils while simultaneously shaping them. Depending on the design, pencils may be round, hexagonal, or triangular. Hexagonal shapes are especially popular because they prevent pencils from rolling off desks. These shaping machines operate with incredible precision, producing thousands of perfectly uniform pencils per hour. As the pencils emerge, they are sanded smooth to remove tool marks and sharp edges. At this stage, the pencils are still bare wood. They now move into finishing lines where appearance and durability are added. First, pencils are sealed with a base coat to protect the wood. Then they pass through multiple painting stations. Most pencils receive several coats of paint, often applied by curtain coaters or spray systems, with drying ovens between each layer. This creates a smooth, durable finish that resists chipping. Color consistency is tightly controlled, especially for branded pencils. Some pencils receive multiple colors, stripes, or decorative patterns, which are applied using precision rollers or printing machines. After painting, many pencils receive stamping or printing. Machines apply brand names, logos, grade markings, and decorative text using hot foil stamping or ink printing. These markings must be perfectly aligned and legible. Vision systems inspect each pencil for print clarity and placement. Any pencil with smudged or missing text is rejected automatically. Next comes ferrule and eraser attachment for pencils designed with erasers. Ferrules, the small metal bands, are stamped from aluminum or brass and formed into short cylinders. Erasers are made separately from rubber or synthetic compounds, molded into long strips and cut into small plugs. Automated assembly machines slide a ferrule onto the end of the pencil, insert the eraser, and crimp the ferrule tightly to hold everything in place. The crimp must be firm enough to prevent loosening, but not so tight that it cracks the wood. With the pencil fully assembled, attention turns to sharpening, one of the most iconic steps. In many factories, pencils are pre-sharpened before packaging. High-speed sharpening machines hold pencils at precise angles and grind the wood away to expose the graphite core. The angle and length of the sharpened tip are carefully controlled to ensure strength and smooth writing. Dust extraction systems capture wood shavings and graphite particles, which are recycled or reused. After sharpening, the tips are inspected to ensure the graphite is centered and unbroken. A centered core is critical. Off-center leads break easily during use. Quality control runs continuously throughout the factory. Samples from every production batch are tested for writing performance, break resistance, sharpening behavior, paint adhesion, and eraser effectiveness. Writing tests check darkness, smoothness, and consistency. Drop tests ensure leads don't shatter inside the wood. Sharpening tests confirm that the pencil forms clean shavings instead of splintering. Only pencils that pass all tests move on. Finished pencils now move to packaging lines. Depending on the product, pencils may be packed loose, bundled with bands, placed into cardboard boxes, or sealed in blister packs. Automated counting machines ensure the correct number of pencils per package. Boxes are folded, filled, and sealed at high speed. Barcodes, batch numbers, and country of origin markings are printed for tracking and compliance. Behind the scenes, pencil factories operate with impressive efficiency. Wood waste from shaping is collected and often reused as fuel or compressed into pellets. Graphite dust is captured and recycled. Water used in lead production and painting is filtered and reused in closed-loop systems. Many factories now incorporate sustainability programs, using certified wood sources and reducing solvent-based coatings. What makes pencil manufacturing so remarkable is how much precision goes into such a simple object. A pencil must feel balanced in the hand, sharpen cleanly, write smoothly, resist breakage, erase cleanly, and look consistent, all while costing only a small amount to produce. Achieving that balance requires tight control over materials, machines, and processes refined over generations. From forest-grown wood to fired graphite cores, from grooved slats to painted barrels, from ferrule crimping to perfectly sharp tips, every pencil is the result of careful engineering and industrial craftsmanship. It's a quiet process hidden behind an everyday object that billions of people use without a second thought. And that is exactly how pencils are made. Harvested, milled, filled, shaped, painted, stamped, sharpened, tested, and packaged into one of the most reliable tools ever created. Thanks for watching The How Factory, where we reveal how the world really works. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for more deep dives into the machines, materials, and factories behind everyday products. Thanks for watching. New videos every day.